All right, so this will be an energizing practice. Right now, it's a little midday pick-me-up, but you can enjoy it at any time of the day that you'd like. So when you're ready, come and join me on the mat. We'll get started in a comfortable seat. You can cross the legs either one foot on top of the other or right out in front. Or if it feels more comfortable for you, you can sit up on the knees. We'll draw the tailbone down, lifting up through the crown of the head, and we'll start with a few deep breaths. We'll breathe in through the nose as we draw the shoulders up, and then open the mouth, exhale. Just like that, 2 more. Inhale, shoulders come up, deep breath in, and exhale, opening the mouth. 1 more time. Inhale, shoulders come up, give them a nice squeeze, and opening the mouth. Exhale, keeping the shoulders relaxed down the back. Take the arms up overhead, deep breath in, reaching up. Think about drawing the hips down as we energize the fingers upward. And we'll twist towards the right, taking the right hand behind you, the left hand to the outside of the leg. Now that right hand is helping you to maintain a long spine. Deep breath in, shoulders relax, and then on the exhale, gently pulling against that left hand. If you're pregnant or have any lower back pain, you can keep that left hand at center and instead twist at the shoulders, keeping the belly more or less at the center line of the body. Breathing in and out through the nose. Good. We'll take the arms up overhead, finding a big stretch here, fingertips reaching up, hips grounding down towards the earth. And then exhale, twisting to the left. The left hand comes behind the back, lengthen the spine, relax the shoulders, and a gentle pull, right hand against that left leg. Coming back to center, we'll take the arms up overhead as we breathe in, and exhale, melting forward. Hands come down, forehead comes towards the earth. Relaxing the head and the neck, relax the shoulders and the hips. We'll come back up to seated. Come forward into our tabletop position. So in tabletop, the fingertips are spread nice and wide. The pointer fingers are more or less parallel to one another, placing the hands underneath the shoulders. The knees are about hip-width distance apart. So on an inhale, drop the belly, lifting the gaze for cow pose. So the belly is low, the front line of the body is lengthening, and we draw the shoulders down the back. Taking an inhale, and then exhale, rounding the spine like a cat. Head hangs heavy. Few more times. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, cow pose, and exhale, rounding the spine into cat. Inhale to cow, and exhale to cat. Inhale to cow, and exhale to cat. Going back to a tabletop, we'll take the right leg and cross it behind us towards the left. Now we're going to gaze over that left shoulder, looking at that right foot. We're going to really kind of crunch the left side of the body, lengthening the right side. Inhale, and then exhale. We're going to bend that right knee, sit the hips down towards the back. Inhale, reaching up, lengthen the right leg. Exhale, bending the right knee. Inhale, reaching forward. 1 more time. Exhale, sending the booty back. And coming back to a tabletop. We'll take the left leg towards the right. This time, turning the gaze over the right shoulder towards that left foot, lengthening the left side of the body. Inhale and exhale, bending the knees, dropping the hips down. Inhale, reaching, leaning forward, lengthening the left leg. Exhale, bending the knees. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, bending the knees, booty sits down. Inhale, coming back up, tabletop. We're going to flip the wrists. We're going to turn the hands towards the knees. Just kind of rock gently back and forth. Maybe drawing some circles. Just getting a nice stretch on the forearms and the wrists. And releasing the hands back to normal. We'll tuck the toes. I'm going to sit up onto the heels. So this is a nice and energizing toe stretch. So making sure all 10 toes are tucked underneath. So we're really stretching the soles of the feet. It can be super intense if it becomes too intense for you, leaning forward. Or we can start tapping. You can tap fingertips to the chest, under the collarbone. Tapping the rib cage on the side body. Or maintaining the hands on top of the thighs. Or even clapping the hands can help be a good distraction. Just here for a few more breaths. Breathing into the soles of the feet, super energizing, dare I say, better than coffee. Well done. Shifting forward, back to a tabletop. Untuck the toes and tap the tops of the feet onto the earth. Getting a nice vibration here on tops of the feet. Sitting back onto the heels. Stretching the ankles. And coming back down. Fingertips are spread wide. We'll press back into a downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet, straightening one leg at a time. Then inhale, looking up at the hands, and exhale, walk the feet to the top of the mat for a forward fold, hanging heavy for a moment. So you can have a bend in the knees as you spill the weight of the upper body forward, arms hang heavy, the head and neck are relaxing. And then rolling all the way up, nice and gentle, coming all the way to standing. We'll bring the shoulders up by the ears, and exhale, down the back. Inhale, mountain pose Tadasana, lifting up, looking up, deep breath in. And exhale, taking the hands to the heart. Inhale, mountain, arms come up. Exhale, folding to the earth, straightening the legs just a little bit more here, getting a nice bend if you need. Otherwise, legs are straight, arms reaching down. On an inhale, lifting up halfway, fingertips to the shins, and exhale, take the hands to the earth, stepping back to a high plank pose like you're in the top of a push-up. Knees can be up or down. We'll lower just halfway. Think about squeezing the elbows in tight towards the side body. Inhale, pressing up, opening the heart to upward facing dog. Pausing for a moment. Now draw that lower belly in. Good. And gaze over the right shoulder. So drawing the lower belly up and in, protecting the back. Then gazing over the left. You can have a slight bend in the elbows if you need. Breathing. Good. Coming back towards center. We're going to press back to downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, pressing the chest back towards the thighs. Inhale, take the right leg high off of the earth, and exhale, step it through to a low lunge. We're going to rise up to a crescent pose so that back heel remains lifted. If you need, you can take the left knee down onto the earth, otherwise keeping it nice and long and lengthening, bending into the right knee. Inhale, airplane arms, exhale, heart peels forward, arms reach back. Twice more. Inhale, rising up to crescent. And exhale, airplane arms. Once more, inhale, arms come up. And exhale, reaching back. Keep the arms where they are. We're going to launch up, standing onto that right leg, sending the left leg back to warrior three. Are you breathing? Holding here for 3. Deep breath in for 2. Bending the right knee slowly, rising back up to crescent pose. Inhale. And exhale, taking the hands to the earth. We'll step back to a high plank pose. Take your Chaturanga from here, lowering down, elbows in tight. Inhale, shine that gorgeous heart through, shoulders back. And exhale. Yes, downward facing dog. We'll do the same thing on the left side. Inhale, the left leg high. And exhale, step it through to a low lunge. Rising up to crescent. Now each foot has its own lane here, so the feet remain about hip-width distance apart. Bending into the left knee, but lengthening that right leg. Think about the back of the right knee as reaching up and back. Inhale. Exhale, airplane arms. Now the arms are back, that right leg is straightening even more. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, airplane. Inhale. Exhale, airplane. Staying here, ground down through that left foot. Bending into the left knee. We're going to use that as our launch pad as we lift up, sending the right leg back for warrior three. Drop that right hip down a little bit. Flex the toes of the right foot. Breathe here for 3, 2, and 1. Bend into that left knee, nice and strong. Slowly lowering down, taking the arms up overhead for crescent. And exhale, hands to the earth, stepping back, Chaturanga. Downward facing dog. 2 breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, look at the hands. Exhale to the top of the mat, forward fold. I'm going to come into a chair pose. So feet are together, bend the knees, and take the arms up overhead. Modifications here. You can take the feet hip-width distance apart if you're pregnant or have some back pain. If there's too much tension in the shoulders, you can take the arms straight out from the shoulders rather than reaching the arms up overhead. Softening the hips down. Tailbone tucks slightly. Lower belly is drawing in. Inhale. Airplane arms. Exhale. Squeeze those legs together, dropping the hips down, energizing the arms back. Inhale. Chair pose. Exhale. Airplane. Inhale, chair pose. Can you go lower? Exhale, airplane. Good. Inhale the chair. Keep the right foot where it is. Really slowly taking that left foot back, rising up to crescent. And exhale, hands to the earth. Chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Inhale, looking at the hands. Exhale, walk or jump to the top of the mat. Going to come into chair pose again. Finding the variation that works for you. Inhale. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, back to chair. Booty drops, belly in. Exhale, airplane. One more. Inhale, chair pose. With the breath. Exhale, airplane. Inhale the chair, this time keeping the left foot where it is. Very slowly, gently, with your balance, sending that right leg back to crescent pose. Inhale at the top. And exhale. Woo. Hands come to the earth. Chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale. And exhale. Take the knees down. Open the knees wide. We'll sit back into a child's pose. So the forehead comes towards the earth. Now the hips are working down towards your heels. Lengthening the back. The arms are reaching forward. Head is resting onto the earth. See if you can begin to slow your breath. Slow your heart rate. Taking about 3 more breaths here. Gently come through a tabletop. Taking the hips above the knees, and we're going to extend the arms out, coming into a puppy pose. So the hips stay lifted, the chest is melting down. Now you can take the chin or the forehead onto the earth. If this is too intense on the shoulders, bend the elbows out to the sides, creating more of a diamond shape with the arms. Gently coming back up to a tabletop, we'll come to sit down on the mat. I'm going to rock and roll the length of the spine a few times here. So knees into the chest, rolling back, using your momentum to rise up. A couple more times. Get a nice massage along the spine. And we'll land on the back with the legs up. Now we're going to flex the toes towards the knees. See how straight you can get the legs. Imagine that you have some books balancing on the feet. We're going to take that left leg and extend it all the way. So really reaching as you lower that left leg down, keeping the right leg up as much as you can. Then draw the right knee into the chest, giving it a nice squeeze. We're going to cross that right knee across the body for supine twist. If you are pregnant, you'll take both knees together stacked and drop them down to the left. Otherwise, the left leg is straight, the right knee is crossing. Now, if you want more of an intense stretch here, you can also straighten that right leg and grab for somewhere on the foot or the leg. So you're getting more of an IT band stretch here. Or you can keep the knee bent and twist into the spine. Now the gaze is up towards the ceiling or to the right. Coming back towards center, we'll take both knees into the chest. And then once again, taking the feet up. So the feet are up above the hips, flexing the toes, straightening the legs as much as you can. Keep the left foot where it is. Reach and extend that right leg down to the earth nice and slowly, keeping that left leg up as straight as possible. And then bend that left knee into the chest, giving it a gentle squeeze. And then this time crossing the left leg across the body for supine twist. If you'd like, you can straighten that left leg if it feels good or if you have the space to do so. If you're pregnant, both knees are stacked as you drop the knees down towards the right. Bringing both knees into the chest, give them a gentle squeeze, and rock and roll the length of the spine a few times till we come all the way up to a seat. Take an inhale through the nose, opening the mouth, exhale. I hope that you feel amazing, ready for the rest of this beautiful day. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you next time. Namaste.